Well, good morning. This is our daily Devo for January the 4th, Wednesday morning. It is entitled For Everything There Is a Season. And you might know what passage of scripture we'll be going to here by the end of this. Again, this is Wednesday. It is January the 4th. This is our 11th day in our 12 days of Christmas and Epiphany. For those who find and give thanks to God in their earthly fortune, God will give them times in which to remember that all things on earth are only temporary, and that it is good to set one's heart on eternity. All things have their time, and the main thing is to stay in step with God and not always be hurrying a few steps ahead or falling behind. To want everything all at once is to be over anxious. For everything there is a season to weep and to laugh, to embrace and to refrain from embracing, to tear and to sow. All of that from Ecclesiastes chapter 3. And God seeks out what has gone by. That's in verse 15. Yet this last part must mean that nothing past is lost. That with us, God again seeks out the past that belongs to us. So when the longing for something past overtakes us, and this happens at completely unpredictable times, then we can know that this is only one of the many times that God makes available to us. And then we should not proceed on our own, but seek out the past once again with God. That's interesting. Oftentimes we go seeking the past from some emotion, from some joy or sadness or whatever, and we dwell there because we go by ourselves instead of going back with God and considering all of that through His eyes and with His presence. That seems like that would make a lot of difference in many of our reminiscences. This part here, very interesting. It's a birthday letter to Bonhoeffer's mother. He wrote from prison on December 28th, 1944. Dear Mother, talk about reminiscing. Dear Mother, I want you to know that I am constantly thinking of you and Father every day, and that I thank God for all that you are to me and the whole family. I know you've always lived for us and haven't lived a life of your own. Thank you for all the love that has come to me in my cell from you during the past year and has made every day easier for me. I think these hard years have brought us closer together than ever we were before. My wish for you and Father and Maria, remember that's his fiance. My wish for you and Father and Maria and for us all is that the new year may bring us at least an occasional glimmer of light, and that we may once more have the opportunity of being together. May God keep you both well. And that came from some of his writings. For everything, there is a season, a time for every matter under heaven. So begins Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. Time to be born and a time to die. Those take on poignant meaning, don't they? Those words from somebody writing from prison who we've just read a letter to his mother. Time to be born, and we know that Here shortly, in just a few months, he will be hung in a time to die. Time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. Time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to throw away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to seek and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to sow. A time to keep silence and a time to speak. A time to love and a time to hate. A time for war and a time for peace. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 8. These are the times he spoke about. For everything there is a season, and we want to make sure we enter each and every one of those seasons with a faith in God. Otherwise, those seasons may sink us, may take their toll on us in ways that we cannot redeem. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Blessings to you today.